everyone. Today I'd like to discuss the matters of a levy and a federal tax lien. I may refer to my notes from time to time during this discussion. So let's first determine what the difference is between a levy and a tax lien. And yes, there is a difference. A levy is when the IRS actually seizes your property, takes your property to pay a tax debt, and a lien is when the IRS places claim against your property to pay a tax debt. So let me say that again. A levy is when the IRS actually takes your property to pay the tax debt, and a lien is a claim against your property to pay the tax debt. So let's discuss a levy first. Now, in regards to the levy, a bank account levy can be issued and a wage levy can be issued. Also, an accounts receivables levy can be issued if you're self-employed. Now, in regards to the bank account levy, the bank has to hold the funds 21 days before they submit the funds to the IRS. Again, the bank has to hold the funds 21 days after receiving the levy before they submit the funds to the IRS. And there are several reasons for this. One, they want to verify the validity of the bank account. They don't want to levy someone's account that shouldn't be levied. And two, during that 21-day period, that gives the taxpayer time to make arrangements to pay their tax debt or to make other arrangements to prevent the levy from going forward. So again, when the bank receives the levy request, they put a hold on the funds for 21 days. And in regards to a bank account levy, note that the levy is only applicable the day that the bank receives it, which means that if they receive it on a certain day and you have a certain amount of money in the bank, those funds in the bank on the day that they receive the levy will be affected by that levy request. If there are funds, if you make a deposit the next day and no other levy request has been received by the bank, those funds cannot be touched. Bank account levies are not continuous. But that does not mean that the IRS will not submit another bank account levy. And there is no limit as to the number of levies that they can, submit to the bank regarding your account. They can do it every day if they want to. I'm not sure if they do that, but they can do it every day. So, but just note that the bank account levy request is only applicable to the funds that are in your account on the day that the bank receives it. And again, the bank has 21 days before submitting these funds to the IRS. And during that 21 days, you really should take full advantage to try to get your tax situation taken care of. In regards to a wage levy, which pretty much is the same thing as a wage garnishment, your employer receives the levy request They usually have 30 days before they need to start sending the money to the IRS. During this 30-day period, use it to your advantage to try to make arrangements with the IRS or to pay off your tax debt. Because once they start levying your wages, the IRS really doesn't care if you don't have enough to live on, because there's a certain formula that they use when they levy or garnish your wages. They can take everything except for the exemption amount or amounts if you're claiming dependents. It's understandable that you have bills, that you have to pay rent, that you have to buy food, etc. But the IRS doesn't care, okay? They're going to get their money. And so they will take everything, or they can take everything outside of the exempt amount. And for more information regarding the exempt amount, you can visit the IRS website at www.irs.gov and find out what the exempt amount and what the process is for them levying or garnishing your wages. So now let's talk about the federal tax lien, which is not a very good thing to have filed against you. With the federal tax lien, this affects you in many areas. For one, a federal tax lien is usually reported to the credit bureaus, and federal tax liens are very bad on a credit report. Two, a federal tax lien attaches to assets that you own that the IRS knows about. And that could be real estate, that could be securities, vehicles, any assets that the IRS is aware of, they can attach the lien to. And note that if you think filing BK, bankruptcy, is going to get rid of the lien, think again. Because in some cases, even after the BK has been discharged, the lien is still in place. And trust me, the IRS will find ways to get their money. Now, in regards to the lien, there are two options that you have to deal with the lien. Well, actually three. You can pay off the tax debt, or you can request a discharge of property if they have a lien against your property, or you can request a subordination of lien. Now let's briefly talk about the discharge of property lien request. In certain circumstances, the IRS will approve this if it's in their best interest, of course. And basically what this discharge of property lien request will do is remove the federal tax lien from your property so that you can sell it. And for more information regarding the discharge of property lien request, you can refer to publication 783, IRS publication 783. Now, in regards to the subordination of lien request, you can refer to publication 784. And what the subordination of lien request is is you're asking the IRS to move behind other creditors in regards to collecting debt. And again, if this is in the best interest of the IRS, they will, in some cases, allow to be subordinated. For more information, again, regarding the federal tax lien, visit the IRS website, www.irs.gov. This pretty much concludes my discussion on the levy and the federal tax lien. If you feel that you need more information or you would like to speak with me, feel free to visit my website at www.audiotaxhelp.com. Again, that's www.audiotaxhelp.com. AUDIOTAXHELP.com. On my site, you will find 88 different topics, 88 different downloads relating to tax topics, federal tax topics. Also, if you click on the link tax-related services, you can have a better idea as to the services that we offer. And there is also a products link. You might be interested in purchasing some tax products. Whatever you decide to do, I do hope that the information that I have provided here today has been helpful to you and that it will help to make your life a little less taxing. Thank you for listening.